like, I've been with Ben for 5 years, and, like, I totally get that guys don't want to hang out with the girl with the boyfriend. But it just sucks, you know? It just, like, makes you feel like the only thing that's interesting about you is how you look with your clothes off. I mean, like, it should be easier to make friends if you have a boyfriend because there's no confusion.
So is that it? That's your big pitch to be my friend? That was terrible.
Yeah, I know. I practice in the mirror and...
Anyway.
Friends?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Friends. Is this always how you make friends? Like it's a business deal?
Yeah, actually, it's just my style.
Okay, it's quite unnerving, but it's good.
Hi. So when people hear romantic comedy, they tend to think of like these over-the-top, big romantic gestures, but you don't really get that sense in this film. What do you think about this particular film sets it apart and sort of makes it appeal to a larger audience?
Well, I think it's like a real-life romantic comedy. I think in the sort of fake romantic comedy version of this movie, these two people meet at a party and they're attracted to each other, and because of their incredible draw to each other, they throw away their whole lives, and he, like, you know, comes in on a motorcycle with like 7 kittens and gives them to her, you know. Yeah. And this movie is like two people meet at a party and are attracted to each other, but she has a boyfriend, and so they just become friends.
Yeah, I try to navigate that whole very difficult relationship. And I think, you know, there's as you say, you know, some of those big romantic gestures, like in most romantic comedies, I feel like, you know, seeing the note on the fridge and dropping everything and flying to Ireland, like the act of doing that is so big and romantic that it's so, like, in romantic comedies normally all the problems are solved by romance, but like that's not how they actually get solved, and in the case of, you know, flying to Ireland, it actually just makes the situation much worse and much more complicated.
In this movie,
in this movie, I fly to Ireland. Not just generally, flying to Ireland will make any relationship more complicated. But it's that, really.
Yeah, that was a perfect answer.
Good. I feel I wrapped that up well.
Great. And you two, obviously, even right now, have such a great chemistry together in the movie, but not just with each other, but with all the characters in the cast. Was that something that just happened organically on set? You guys just came in and were able to pick up this banter right away, or was it kind of something you needed to work at?
Do you want to say my line about chemistry?
Yeah, I do. Zoe, as often says, and is right when she does, that chemistry is just like about being interested in the other people. And I think, you know, Mike put together a group of actors which are really, you know, there's no ego. We all just want to get on set for the right reasons and make a really good film. And we all, you know, were curious about each other and talk to each other off set. And I think that relationship that you build then, especially in a film like this where, you know, with Zoe, like my job's to make her laugh a lot of the time. You know, you find out the more you know about her off camera, the more you learn how to sort of, you know, push those buttons on camera.
All right.
And also, you and Megan were like amazingly close from sort of when you met, right?
Yeah. Megan, Megan Park, who plays my sister, and we just got along immediately. That was very easy. But all of it was a really happy set. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know both of you you're on Broadway currently, and you've also been on Broadway, and it sort of felt like you had that theater bond, which you don't really kind of see in movies, kind of like you're coming in, you're doing this character for a certain amount of time, and then you're moving on, so...
I actually think that's deceptive, because we were there together the whole time. It was like being in a company.
Yeah, it was actually, that's true. And it wasn't, and even like, because of that core of you and I, and then Mackenzie and Adam and Megan were all sort of, they were in and out, but they were all there for the whole shoot, really, so there absolutely was a kind of a sense of that we were all clubbed together for that 6 weeks, and I think you get, I'm not sure if it's to do with the theatre thing or just everyone just came with the right attitude of like wanting to get involved and be generous with each other.
Just one final question, what was each of your favorite scenes to film?
I mean, God, a lot of them. I really enjoyed the filming the final scene where we exchanged presents. Like, that was a beautiful scene to film, and yeah, I loved working with you on it.
I think that was my favorite scene to film as well, although I really enjoyed doing the first diner scene that we have where we improv a lot, because I had never been encouraged to improv before, and he set up 2 cameras so we could genuinely just like riff off of each other, and you made me laugh so hard that day.
Yeah, it was good. It was all downhill from there. I already peaked.
Well, that's great.